Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, I'm gonna give my honest assessment of the Bud fight, and I'm gonna just keep it 100. Was Bud Crawford exposed, or was the Mean Machine just better than a lot of us thought he was? Because see, here's the thing. I want y'all to pay attention to the naysayers. You know, here go the thing. You got people that's gonna discredit Bud no matter what. Now, before the fight happened, you had people saying this was a cherry pick, and it was a cherry pick, and he this was gonna be an easy fight. So at the end of the day, you had people that was ready to discredit Bud no matter what, because a lot of people don't like Bud for obvious reasons, because how he's treated the media, you know, since he's been around. But at the end of the day, I don't, I didn't moved on from it. I'm just at the point I don't even worry about it no more. If he talk to me, talk to me. If he don't, he don't. I'm not gonna sit up here and hold a grudge and a vendetta against somebody because they won't do interviews with me like some of these other dudes be doing. But at the end of the day, and they mix that with their assessment, at the end of the day, they already got something negative to say regardless. Now, let's talk about the fight with the Mean Machine. Bud stopped the Mean Machine, and it's that simple. Now, was that a knockdown in the second round? I thought it was. But let's just do something right quick. We do pick and choose as boxing fans, and we all guilty of doing it, of what to give a person credit for and what not to give a person credit for. And like I said, I just think that the Mean Machine was game, and he came in there to win that fight. At the end of the day, let me ask y'all something. Did Floyd Mayweather get exposed against Zab Judah? Because Zab Judah knocked Floyd down, and that was a clear knockdown, and Zab Judah didn't get credit for it. And who ended up winning the fight? There you go. So, to a certain degree, that means nothing. Everybody had those moments. Ugas gave Sean Porter a very tough fight. A lot of people thought Ugas won that fight. But see, here's the thing. The end result was Bud stopped the Mean Machine. You know? So, it happens. Every fighter get dropped before. So, that's what people seem to forget. You know, Paul Williams knocked down Margarito, and he didn't get credit for it. Vasil Lomachenko got knocked down by Gary Russell Jr. But by somehow, some way, he still, he ended up winning that fight. So you can't sit up there and say somebody got exposed just because you don't like him and you nut hugging for somebody else. I told you I'm not doing that. But yeah, that was a knockdown. That was a clear knockdown, but at the end of the day, it happens. But I thought Bud made adjustments. He made adjustments, and he ended up finishing the Mean Machine off. Now, at the end of the day, if the Mean Machine is a tomato can and all that, well, let's see the other people get in the ring with him. Because here's the thing, I really don't want to keep doing this Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford thing, because like I said, I already told people I ain't doing no debates on Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford, because like I said, a lot of emotional promotion company fanboys then just took this to the extreme, and I just don't want to be part of that. I'm just gonna give my take of the situation, and then I'm just gonna leave it alone. Like I said, I'm not having no debates with nobody about it, so I already made it clear. I'm not debating anybody about it. I'm gonna give my assessment of that. That's it. So that's the thing. I think people have it in their head they just gonna hate Bud regardless. And like I said, do Bud deserve some of it? Kinda. Because how he's blatantly treated, in particularly black media. But like I said, I could see past that. and I'm over it. And I thought he did his thing. Let me ask y'all something. What makes a fighter great? Making adjustments. Because I'm using the same logic that other people use. George Linares knocked down Lomachenko. And Lomachenko, you know, he dug deep in the 10th round. He landed the shot. And he stopped Linares. And he was on the verge of losing that fight, but people still have him ranked number 1 pound for pound. So, I mean, at the end of the day, people have a narrative that they want to put out no matter what. And like I told you, I'm going to keep the shit balanced. I'm going to keep the shit balanced, and I'm always stay balanced, because I'm sorry, I just don't do no nut hugging. But I thought Bud turned it on after. And the funny part about it is, going into the 6th round, I had it dead even. I had it 3 rounds apiece. But, you know, after the 6th round, you know, Bud started to impose his will, and you already knew what was coming. Most of us knew what was coming. So, after that first knockdown, we already knew what was coming. So, that's what I'm saying. It's funny how people give other people credit when they win a certain fight, because, like I said, they fanboys, so they emotionally invested. Because, like I said, let's go back to Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. Most people thought that Errol Spence was going to blow through Sean Porter. And Sean Porter gave Errol Spence the fight of his life. To the point to where some people thought Errol Spence lost that fight. Then you had people saying, now, it's funny when people say Errol Spence got exposed, it was like, no, he made adjustments. So, how come Bud didn't make adjustments? Why did he get exposed? And see, that's the problem that a lot of these bullshit narrative channels be having. They gonna have it in their head to discredit somebody no matter what. And I've done that too. I'm guilty of that too. You know, I'm guilty of that too. I've done that before. It's just certain fighters that I just don't care for. You know? And I try to give him as little credit as possible. Like, maybe I'm too hard on Manny Pacquiao, but I do still think Keith Thurman won that fight, though. But I just don't like Manny Pacquiao's fans. And you guys know I do not like Triple G at all, and my issues with Triple G is valid. So, my assessment of the fight, Bud made adjustments and he won the fight. And as far as him and his chances against Errol Spence being slim to none, if you think that he don't got a chance against Errol Spence, then you sadly mistaken. You got to understand also there's a thing where some fighters get up for certain fights. So, we'll see what's up. This your boy Town Bills. I'm out.